been eliminated.
Okay.
An enemy has been eliminated.
G and B, only Mac and Gonzaga can dab today. The homie Dip is taking a weekend off, which is cool. But how's it going, Mac? You out there? You here? You here with us?
I'm partially here. Today is my daughter's 14th birthday, so just.
Oh man.
That's awesome.
Here, taking she's in the middle of her birthday party, so she doesn't really want me to have too much to do with it. So.
Yeah.
Versus.
Okay, my daughter's she'll be 14.
Let's go. Fight.
So it's my niece's birthday tomorrow. Yeah, man. I mean, everyone that I love.
What up, B? How's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm first. Big day. Just
An enemy has been eliminated.
That's going to help the process.
Okay.
Debating 5 hours. You gotta get the audio off.
not that. It's super loud.
An enemy has been eliminated.
I've had to re-record an entire episode before the phone goes because I was just like, had this loud combat thing.
Okay.
Oh, I can hear you guys.
Okay.
When I went to and played it on YouTube.
An enemy has been eliminated.
I guess you got the stuff going on in the background. I've been having a 3v3 tournament, or some 3v3 matchups from stuff that we were playing just on Friday. So that's recent video playing in the background. So I'm trying to not destroy everyone's eardrums though.
Oh, nice.
Again,
We kicked some ass, Mac. At least you show us a good clip.
trying.
Yeah.
Try and kick some
It's
ass.
still go. Yeah, it's still. You can still hear the music on there for some reason. The game. With the video. The video. Is there like a? I think you can either turn it down or mute it or something.
I wish I had time for it.
Versus.
All right. Well,
Not the techie.
maybe
I can delete it completely when we have a black
just pause it.
Let's go. Fight.
There we go. Give me a second.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, Gonzaga. Maybe we can keep talking.
You
Okay.
guys do your thing. Yes. Sorry, guys. This is a strange one.
All good, man. Get the fucking work, Jamie.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Fight.
See, if they get up to that, like open it up for more people to play.
I think so. I think that because I was, I had mentioned like even back when I tried to make I tried putting it on iOS. said that they won't do it because they didn't buy the NFT from the Apple Store. And so, yeah.
It's the money. They can't
Yeah.
control that market.
And so, yeah, I think that they'll probably end up doing it in WebGL and put it in a browser. Either that or just put it on, maybe multiple platforms. Like maybe they could do Mac and like PS4 or something.
Just in a console?
Yeah.
Regular console? But even like a PS4 or something like that, isn't there a way to download apps, like video game apps?
I think
download
so.
a video game? So just downloading the game instead of buying like a hardware disc or something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like a digital download. At least that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think the easiest would be to go into like a browser like WebGL. It's just a matter of like, is it possible? Like, is it going to be like, is it going to be chugging and is it going to be like a terrible experience, or is it going to be smooth?
Mm-hmm. How are most of the games played like in the Major League Gaming and all that? The actual game that they play, would that be streaming or do they have?
All right, boys. I think I got it. So we should be going straight into video with no audio, just us.
We still going?
I hope so. Either that, or I don't know. I just had a bunch of stupid stuff happening. We'll see.
Oh yeah. You got it.
Okay.
I'm watching it now. So yeah, we got video
Right.
with our audio. Awesome.
Hey, we're here. We're still here.
Technical
Man,
success.
There's no dip for the market today. So who's our market expert?
All right, we got a little bit of market going on. Let's pull up the browser. Oh, that's us. Don't see the background stuff, guys. We're going to talk a little bit about Ethereum. So I've got on here the Ethereum market, the 1 month market. You can see really overall we've been crabbing for a while. We're sticking in between 2,000 and 1,700. This is the yearly mark. We've gone way down, but a year ago we were $89 less than where we are right now. So
Wow.
Interesting.
we really haven't gone anywhere in a year. We're slowly actually consolidating slightly higher. Over the last 2 months, we've gone from a consolidation around 1,700 to right now we're all between the high 18s and low 19s is where we're kind of forming. So, but it really depends on macro stuff on what's going to happen with this, whether it's going to go up or down for over the summer.
When was that 800? What was the lowest it went into? Wasn't it 870? Something like that.
Low.
Was that in June last year?
Low within the last year. It's saying was around high 900s, and that was in June, just about a year ago, the 18th of June.
Oh man, so we had a big ass drop off right in the middle of the summer last year.
Literally, for everybody that's looking, you can see it goes straight down. Goes from 1802 down to friggin' high 900s. Between the 3rd and the 18th. 2 weeks of just slaughter.
So that's
bloodbath.
Yeah, so that's the next week. Last year, next week, it just went straight down.
Yep.
That's funny. That's exciting. Maybe we'll do that again.
You don't, man. Dad, you've been pretty spot on with some of your predictions, so don't say shit like that. Man.
Don't say that. Hey, now you know, man. It'll be good to buy. Sub 1,000, it bounces right back every time.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep it comes right back. That's cool. And as you know, to go to the debt ceiling. That's interesting.
Yeah,
News
so
about what's there.
we have bearish, or not bearish news, but we have bullish news coming from Congress because they got off their asses, pulled their hands out of their butt cheeks, and decided to, they got, it's like what is it, Dumb and Dumber, when he bends over and uses his hands to talk with his butt cheeks. I feel like that's all our senators do is blow hot air. Sitting
It's
on
all
their
politics,
hands.
man.
Either they're sitting on their hands or they're blowing hot air out their ass with their hands on their cheeks. So like they never take their hands off their ass. I feel like so.
It's a sideshow, man. It's a damn sideshow.
Yeah, but
what else are we gonna do?
They did something and finally fucking decided to work together and raise the debt ceiling, but they put no cap on it for quite a while. So they just wrote themselves a blank check, which I'm kind of scared of, man. Like,
well.
Might reduce the value of the dollar.
Oh, the value of the dollar has absolutely plummeted over the last few years. I watched it was something I saw on Twitter, and it was a chart that tracked the value of the U.S. dollar since we came off the gold standard. We've lost 90% of our value just since 1971. So 52 years ago, all your money would have been worth 10x. So, or everything would have been essentially 10 times less.
That's the story times of Leave It to Beaver, where there was one income to raise a nuclear family, and you had monies, you had savings, your car was paid off, your house was paid off, and everything was lovely.
Yep, that's what a good job will get you, man. That's what a good job will get you 50 years ago, boys.
Before inflation.
Yep. Now we got shit worried about like what's coming up with CPI getting raised this month. So we'll see.
Yeah, what is that?
Consumer or not? It's pretty much not CPI, but the basis points for interest rates. And
gotcha.
Consumer Price Index also comes out this month, which tells you how much basic basket of goods is costing consumers. So it tells you the true price of inflation. So we have some. It's very swayed because they don't consider things like food. So yeah, or fresh food for sure. They have some food stuff like that, but it gives a generic view of what they are going and basing all of their statistics when they do inflation measurement. And then the federal interest rate is probably going to be, in my opinion, it's probably going to be raised by another 25 basis points. I know.
Yeah, what's it been doing?
I was actually surprised how expensive food was in Montana when I moved up here. Like a gallon of ice cream was like $8.
Ooh,
damn!
You would think in Montana they'd have a lot of cows.
You'd think, but yeah, I was like, what? But we don't have tax either, so sales tax.
But that's probably just the cost of getting it there.
Yeah,
it's so much land to cover.
Well, that's because of one of the things that we have to deal with in blockchain too. It's gas, boys. It comes down to gas.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, there's not much you could do when it comes down to it. So, what can we say? We got to pay gas to get all the goods to these places. That's why things in Hawaii and Alaska are crazy expensive too, right? They live in the boondocks to kind of deal with what the hand you're dealt.
You get what you get, yeah. So speaking of gas, so what did you want to bring up about gas? Just is gas going up or?
No, gas has just been crazy high because there's been lots of activity on all the blockchains recently.
Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised. I went to buy a bunch of Zivas for the Ziva festival coming up.
Yeah.
It's gonna give away some, and it almost cost more in gas than it did for the freaking pets.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Where is that actually happening?
That's
on the ETH network.
That's on ETH network for the most part. There's some on other chains too, but ETH is leaking it the most because it's shitcoin season, boys.
Is that why?
Yep.
Are people minting shitcoins? Meme coins?
So many meme coins are going crazy right now. It's insane.
Get out, like what? 2x?
Yeah, you have one, don't you, Z?
Well, I bought into, so there was one that was a big one that was is Pepe coins. I bought a little bit of those.
Didn't you make your own?
I did.
The culture coin?
Yeah, I did make one. Let's see. Just a second, I'll load it up in here. This
I mean,
way.
you made one. You made your own cryptocurrency?
Yeah, so like I've been big into the Bitcoin stuff that's been coming out, and
What chain is that? What's that called?
Bitcoin. So it's yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's Bitcoin, right? So they've
Okay.
been coming out with pretty much NFTs on Bitcoin, and they're called inscriptions. They're all based on ordinal theory. So a lot of people call them ordinals, but they're ordinal inscriptions. Anyways, I made a let's see coin because they're now
Explain the ordinals. What is that?
it's a ordinals is pretty much saying all of the bitcoins, which are made up of 100 million satoshis, you can write information directly to one satoshi, right? So your how NFT image references an IPFS file for both the image and the metadata. That's all our tokens do. They point to something else, right?
Yeah.
On the Bitcoin blockchain, what you do is you inscribe a Satoshi, which has you can't necessarily inscribe metadata on it at the same time in a JSON file, but you are writing an image or text or really anything to a single Satoshi. And as long as someone has a full node on the Bitcoin blockchain to be able to run the correct um, process,
Well,
they can get
yeah.
access to viewing those images. It's just a different, and it's a link. It's kind of just the same thing as how there's a link when you go in the details on OpenSea. And let's see, I'll pull the browser back up.
Okay. So it's just like a blockchain, like a ledger of things
Yeah.
for the most
So,
part. An
for
ordinal.
example, I'm gonna go over here into the prime ascendants. We'll go to the floor, which is just about 3.8. This feature right here. I'm gonna go down into her details, and I would click right here this token ID, and that brings me to an IPFS file, which would give me a link to where her picture is located, as well as all of her trait types, like are shown right here. So that's what an ordinal would do: is it would inscribe this link right here to a Satoshi, and an image would be in that link. But it's on the Satoshi itself, like in the binary information is all written to the Satoshi. You don't have to have the image hosted somewhere else or anything like that. So it's an actual, technically they call it more like an artifact. So it's
Okay.
permanent on the
All right.
blockchain. And then what they've done recently is released BRC20 coins, which are essentially taking these Satoshis, writing a token name and an amount to them, and then trading like single Satoshis as multiple non-fungible or fungible tokens on in essentially a non-fungible format. So I just made a coin. I called it the culture coin. Dropped that's the tag that I have up there listed. When you look, if you look on anywhere, you can actually go mint it for free. It's nothing much. Um, everyone's making meme
All
coins.
right. See?
You know what I mean? It's like it's not like nothing big is probably ever gonna come of it, but it's just fun and it's something that we're probably actually gonna start giving some away to people. Just doing it for the culture, right?
Oh yeah.
And that's the
Oh,
thing
that's
is
sweet,
like
bro.
I made the coins was like just for like the Web3 culture, right? Like what do you want the Web3 culture to be? That's what you make the coin. So I don't
Yeah.
want no one to have really control of it. There's no real thing behind it other than just do it for the culture,
Having,
man. Taking care of
just
other
having.
people, playing, having fun, doing everything for the betterment of everybody, right? So
Yeah.
that's what the culture
That's
is to
dope,
me,
Z.
man.
I went in, bro. But you airdrop some shit.
Oh yeah.
So how do you hold those? How do you even go about holding it? I mean, you gotta tell step by step, but what do you do? Like, how do you do it?
So if you want to do something like that, here I'll pull up the browser again. I would go to
Culture Coin. So you can put
There we
NFTs
go.
on this too.
All right, there. Nope. I'm just horrible technical difficulties on our side. My apologies to everybody. Now we're live
good, man.
with audio. So what we were saying about Ordinals right now is pretty much
Let's just keep going.
go to ordinalswallet.com, restore your wallet with your seed phrase, and hit up Prime Minds on Twitter. If you're listening right now, we'll send you some culture coin. Just DM us your Taproot address, and we'll get you guys exposed to a little bit of BRC20 and some NFTs on Bitcoin.
And do it for the culture.
Do it for
So
the
yeah,
culture.
that was the next question. That's my next question. There's NFTs on here too. The Pepe NFTs.
Yeah.
Those are big, right, for the ordinals.
Pepe's. They have bases written on there. They got punks written on there. BTC machines. People are putting art on there. People have started putting GIFs on there now too. So it's NFTs on might seem like they're dead, but then there's activity on these ordinals, and that's Bitcoin's the blockchain of history. Like people care about what's going on and what was first. So now's a chance to get in for those people who are new to the game.
What's the gas like on that?
Fairly cheap. It's like $5 to do a BRC20 inscription. Sometimes to make an ordinal inscription for an image, it can be as little as $15 or a couple $100 depending on the size of the image. So
yeah, I was gonna say I've been minting it for the last week or so, and it's about between like $3 and $5 each time.
Okay.
My goal is to get 1 billion.
A billion.
Billion coins. I'm almost
coins. There. Get it.
Yeah. I'm at 925,000 or 25 million.
Of what coin? B? What is it?
The culture coin.
Man. I don't even have one yet. Shit,
yeah, dude.
All right, I gotta get on it.
Gotta keep this stuff quiet till it moons.
Yeah, man. Then you're a billionaire. What about NFTs, man? Look, let's talk offline about our NFT project. We'll throw something on there. Yeah. Let's do it.
Free shit.
How do you make it dance?
Let's see. Put in a color and a noun. Color and a noun.
A color and a noun. Red apple. I gave it away. Hey Max, shout out some of the meme coins. What's some of the meme coins that were big though? Shout out before we move on. Bitcoin baddies. Do you get a picture? Do you get a picture or something? Like what does that come with? Do you get to choose their baddies? Mm-hmm. Okay. I like the culture coin, bro. That's where it's at.
So RG says blue lamp. The buns coin.
I'll get the winner. Where are they going up by? What's the return like? Were they 5Xing over there? What are they looking like?
Some of them were doing good, some of them were not. Some of them were doing way good, some of them were doing absolutely dog shit. I was in this one alpha channel, and I watched over 2 days, 3 days, this dude pump these coins, and they would go up for like 45 minutes and then just tank. And like an hour and a half later, Yeah, an hour and a half later, it's back like at or below the price that it was when you first announced something. So
How do you
It's quite
pump
funny.
for 45? You just pump for 45 minutes?
those are called
hilarious.
pump and dumps, bro. Just pump and dumps are back, and a lot of them you got to be really careful because if you don't fucking buy in right away, you'll miss the pump. But that's when they get you with locked contracts, and you buy in and can't sell your coin. So be very careful, everybody out there in
No,
the
like it's on
shitcoin
the top
season.
anyway.
Lots of scams. Be very, very careful with everything that you do out there.
Again, when was the last time? Yeah, I guess it's the first time since the big rallies of like a couple years ago, huh?
Mm-hmm. So I mean,
Are most of these on Ordinal or are these on Ethereum?
this is mostly all on ETH. Almost everything's on ETH, but there have been some ones on BRC20s. There was ORDI. That one took off like $20-something a coin, and there was like, I swear, 100 Bitcoin exchanged worth of that coin. There was another one that I got a little bit into, OXBT. I made some profits off of that. It was all $12 a mint, right? So those were some pretty good ones. There's too many. It's too many. You got to jump in and take a look and see what's going on. It changes literally every day. It's crazy.
Yeah, jump in the waters.
Yep. So get your feet wet.
What would you say the rate is based on like successful ones versus just like nothing?
They mostly fail, just like everything else in life.
It's like 10% of them, 1%.
I don't know.
100.
I gotta be honest. So far, everything I've bought has gone down, except for primes.
Well, it's tough,
Yeah.
man. It's tough. I'm getting the culture coins. I know the creator, so that's the only reason I'm getting in. All right. What else? What else you got?
So we only got one person that did a color and a noun. So we got RG with blue lamp. Is anyone else gonna try to win?
We'll give everybody like another 30 seconds. Otherwise, RG's just gonna walk all over everybody. Just dance away with cards and wins.
That is what it is. Shout out to RG.
Shout out RG, loyal watcher, supporter. Love it. We love it.
Nice. We got a gold toilet from Do It.
Gold toilet.
That's
what we're gonna be using when our prime's moon, huh?
Yeah. Let's start. Let's start talking about primes in Champions Ascension. Let's get into it, boys.
Yeah.
We got Red Raven.
We got about 30 minutes. We got about 25
Red
minutes.
Coin.
Might have a little bit more time. We'll see.
All right. Yeah.
So essentially, let's start talking about the biggest thing that's going on right now, or coming up right now, and that's going to be Old Sally. So we got the Old Sally event that's coming up on June 8th. She's going to be opening up around 2 p.m. Pacific on that Thursday, and she's going to be running for 3 hours until 5 p.m. Pacific time. So during that time, we have a guild tournament pretty much going on. Or if you can get together 5 players, I guess you wouldn't have to really run a guild, but 5 teams of 5 have the opportunity to go in and beat Old Sally, and the first ones to win are going to win some pretty cool stuff, man. They all win Prime Eternals. So
yeah, but leading up to that is Web3 Gaming has mentioned is they're going to do an audio drama of Old Sally on Tuesday. That I'm definitely going to be there. It sounds pretty exciting. Did you guys hear about that?
Is that the lore?
Yeah.
The lore?
They're gonna. I think they're gonna live stream the lore or something like that. And then
nice, man.
Then people, the lore masters are gonna meet up and talk about the lore and stuff like that.
Oh, that's a good draw for people because that lore is on point. Did you listen to that already?
Oh yeah, I did. I haven't listened to it a second time, but I've listened to it once.
Nice. And that one's good, right? Was that Ryan doing the voiceover?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious, dude. I think he must have like postcards spread around on his wall or something where he has the person's name and then maybe writes down their personality or something. So that way when he talks as that person, he changes his voice to
He
to
knows
match
exactly.
that person. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
He knows
have,
their character, I guess, right? He knows
Yeah,
who
they have,
are.
they have different fluctuations, different like personalities and accents and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Oh man, nice. I'll probably check it out during the live stream.
And it's a good story. So
Yeah, it
about
is.
old Sally.
Not a lot of
Yeah.
alpha given out for the tournament, but it was a good one.
Maybe. But I saw a couple things. I was like, huh, I wonder if they're gonna use this. I'll say one.
The old Sally gameplay. Which characters are we choosing from? And
I think
when
it's
will they
just
let
the
us
regular
do that?
ones. The ones that are already there, I think, unless they change it up.
Okay, so same ones. Any word on when we can use our own NFTs in the game to play like some of the fighting modes?
None.
That would be nice, but I don't think they're gonna let people play them until they get all 12. I think
That makes sense.
it would be fun though, if we could play our own NFTs
Yeah, I think that would be
eventually.
cool.
Yeah.
That would be another big step, I think.
So yeah,
That was-
one mechanic I thought they might add is she's blind in one eye, and so he mentioned that he snuck away from her because she couldn't see out of one side of her eyes,
Yeah.
so he was able to avoid her in the story. So I wonder if they'll do something like that where maybe one side of her is a blind spot or something where you
Cool.
don't get killed.
Yeah, I doubt that. I doubt she'll have any weaknesses like that. But you never know, man. That'd be dope. That'd be a good way to sneak up on a killer. Because,
How hard do you think?
Stay on her left.
yeah.
Yeah, how hard do you think it'll be? You think it'll need all 5 really good players, or it could be moderate players and still beat her? What do you think?
They
It
said,
depends on.
I've
Sorry, go
heard
ahead.
rumor that they don't think anyone's going to beat her. So,
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends on a few of the mechanics. Like if you can actually dodge and avoid damage or parry or something, then or block, right? If you can do any of that, then
Yeah.
we have a chance. But if she just straight up just annihilates everyone, then I mean, so yeah, it depends on that.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to load up these videos that I got from the leaks of some of Sally's moves that are playing on the screen, and
Straight up slapping this guy.
yeah, just
So
that's
like
on the
I
blind
imagine
slide.
that
There's her
so I
tail
imagine-
whip.
in that scenario, you'd have to dodge, right, or parry. I don't know. Maybe you can't parry her. Maybe it's like a heavy attack. You just can't.
Yeah,
Just gotta dodge.
She's gonna be hard. There's another one that I can't. I know you guys have seen. It's popped up and covered the whole screen a couple times. Of
Tail sweep.
no, the
Or the spikes.
yeah, the spikes that pop out. I can do it one more time. It won't continue to loop like the other ones will for some reason. So, but
The tail sweep. So she hits everybody in that one,
yeah,
even the people behind her. So
that
yeah, you've
one.
got to be able to dodge.
Bam.
You know,
Oh,
dodge
there
What's
we
in
go.
the what's the scale of her size to
She's
Uh,
huge.
okay.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
very
it-
huge. I don't
Yeah, they showed a
have the-
picture of an Ilgra
Yeah, I don't have that picture.
for scale,
Yeah,
and the Ilgra was like tiny.
yes, the
Oh,
Ilgra's
maybe
pretty
the size
much
of those cylinders, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
probably. That would be my guess.
So even the Ilgra is not close to big as her.
Nope, and that's probably the size of the fighting tournament, the arena that we're gonna have with her. Would be my guess.
Mm.
Oh, then
That
she
area?
has that. What's that called? With that, when you hit a wide range. What's the
Oh,
technical term?
area effect.
Yeah.
The area effect, knocking all of them over. So
Yeah.
You can't really dodge that one.
Yep, and she's got her parts are all life parts too, so she's gonna be a healing machine. So
Oh damn! I didn't know that.
it's gonna be a beast of a challenge. So everybody that's gonna be fighting, good luck. Very good luck. And speaking of good luck, let's give away some more good luck and give away another freaking Valeria
We
card.
need to give away the first one.
Yeah,
So we
no,
got
we will.
golden Ritz and some brown poop from Predex.
Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people that contributed? All right, let's do it. But for the next one, we're going to get started still. We're going to run. I want everybody to just drop some hearts in there and put a subscribe and like on this video for me, please. But drop some hearts, like, and subscribe. Everyone that drops hearts, we'll get you in started for the next one. Let's see. Random number generator. 1 through 5, and whoever posted in whichever order. Let's see, go. Generated number 4. So who was the 4th person to post? That's gonna be our winner.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3,
RG,
4.
two.
Mr. Lambert.
Mr. Lambert.
Red coin.
All right, there we go. So, good luck to everybody that's gonna be fighting Old Sally. That's all I gotta say.
Get in there and get her.
Here's the
I hope
thing,
it's
though.
one of the original guilds. You know, like one of us that has been here from the beginning. I hope like some outside, project doesn't win. To be honest,
I wouldn't really care, but it would, of course, it'd be awesome to see TPS, Nightmare Society, or the Wardens win. But there's going to be a lot of guilds that are joining in. Azure Games is joining in. Shrapnel's joining in. GC Gaming Guild. ETH Lizards. Wolves DAO. I could swear there's at least 3 or 4 other projects that I can't remember the name of. So
yeah, I think they said like 30 plus or something.
There's
30
a lot.
plus projects.
There are a lot of people that are going to be joining us for this. So
will this be provided by guilds then? Like the fight against Sally? Only guilds can participate?
Well, I think you need groups of 5. I don't know if it's specifically guilds or not. Like if it's an outside.
They're allowing guilds to team up, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with Duelit. If they do win, it'll be a miracle because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. It's gonna be 5, but I mean, and if you remember looking back at the previous piece of alpha that they dropped when they're talking about the Maestro's path, there's always going to be the opportunity to earn an achievement if you can beat Sally with 4 people on your team, like they show on this picture here. So, time to get good, people.
No. You can earn something just by having less, like having 4 people. You can get some rewards. You're saying, or
it's just
it's an
achievement.
Oh, okay.
To beat her with 4? Is that what it was?
Yeah, 4 or less. So.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be super hard.
All right.
Hard.
So they unnerfed weapons.
Yep.
From house damage, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's they announced that they weren't going to be doing anything with what was it? Shit.
Parts or whatever.
Sorry. Yeah, no, they were. It didn't seem like it was going to be affecting the parts. Yeah, just from what Johnny was saying, it was only going to be affecting the weapons. And he said supposedly they had some armor and weapon effects that were fucking with a bunch of their back-end stuff. And playing this week,
interesting.
Melee weapons definitely have a lot larger effect. So
nice.
That's funny. Melee, they hurt more than the blades.
I think they were being included in part of the damage equation when they shouldn't have been. Is what I think it was happening.
Yeah.
And so, like for example, if I was a death house and I was going against a life house or something, then the weapon damage was being modified by the house, and it wasn't supposed to. It's supposed to be like neutral.
Ah, I see. All right. Well, they're fixing that. Then I see the so speaking of the guilds, there will be badges for each different. You think each different guild is getting badges, or some of the original guilds?
Well, the original guilds have already gotten badges. This last week, they made it so that the same badges that we have at the end of our Discord name, you can now display above your name in game, and then it also says your guild name. So I did notice though while playing, like because I've a few different champions in my main account, that when I played as my maestro, I got to choose an affiliation for guild.
Each
And
one.
yeah, when I went to go choose an affiliation for my champion, it gave me the opportunity to choose a different guild. So
Wow.
yeah,
There you go.
and you're affiliated,
Double
and you
rating.
have to pledge allegiance for 30 days. You can't change guilds for 30 days once you've registered a champion with one. So
And what guilds are available?
right now, the only guilds that I know that they've put in are Wardens and TPS, and I could only choose from TPS because this is still it's all pre-alpha. They're still building it out. So
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
So it was specifically for you that they knew it was yours or whatever.
Yes, yeah. Like we had to submit wallets and stuff like that. So pretty
Interesting.
much,
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. So
yeah. I was just gonna ask if they've done it for Nightmare Society, but
I saw McGill have his, but I don't. Maybe I haven't submitted my. I haven't been very active the last few days, so
yeah.
maybe that's all.
How dare you be? No, I
Yeah.
don't blame you. You got a lot of stuff going on. Congratulations on your son graduating and happy birthday, happy belated. But
Yeah.
some of the
Oh,
in-game. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, Taco Beat. He graduated high school, so that's cool.
Yep. But some of the in-game features that they've been telling us that we're gonna have are gonna be a guild text chat, which is already there, a guild voice chat, our guild halls, in which you can kind of see what could possibly be guild halls if you look out in the background or look into death quarters. You're gonna have the guild logo and name above the character, which in game, which it already does. But then you're also gonna be able to have it on weapons and armor for the guild logo too. So those are some
That's
of the
pretty
things
cool.
that they've told us about so far. So that if you're not in the guild already, start looking out and possibly reaching out for some of these. These are just the beginning perks that they're talking about offering for guilds. So
Yeah, that's
imagine
cool.
what it's
Wow.
going to be when the full game rolls out.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
really
So what do you
pushing
think about the
guilds.
guild? Do you think that it should be locked per account, or should it be per champion?
I think it should be per account, personally, because that's
Yeah.
super sus trying to jump between, what is it, between different guilds.
Right.
Like that's
Right, just based
super.
on the character you're playing, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
still
I
the
think
one.
I think Guild Wars 2 let you switch between guilds. So basically, you would put on the banner that you wanted to represent, and then you would get like when you did events and stuff, you'd get guild experience for that guild. But then you could like swap mid game. You could swap to another guild, which is different, you know.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, if you want to, like, I'm sure if you get kicked out of the guild, then that'd be something different. But they have ways to get you out. But other than that, like, it's pretty much saying you can leave the guild, but you can't choose another one for 30 days. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at least that's
Dang.
what they made it seem like. Like, you cannot choose another guild for this character for 30 days. So if you leave, you ain't going anywhere else until
30 days.
So yep.
That's cool. I mean, you know, consequences.
Yep, means you got to be a 30-day spy at least.
So I can't rage at anyone and be snarky and get kicked out.
Nope. Or leave.
Nice. You're banished for
Get
30
banned.
days.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then someone else would take.
Like, hi, motherfucker, I'm on day 27. I only got 3 days left.
All right, so we got new camera angles.
Yep.
I
Well,
wanted to ask you about that.
it seems like it.
What
Definitely
is
for
that?
sure.
In which mode?
In
all the
1v1
modes?
mode.
Or?
No, 1v1 mode. The camera angles in 3v3 is definitely way more manageable. The only problems I ever have is when I get close to the pillars at the two edges of the corner. That always seems to fuck with me. Or fuck up my camera angle. But it's really the 1v1, and it seems like they have brought it lower and closer to your champion, which makes it very hard to view the fight. So that's at least what I've been noticing compared to 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. 1v1 view.
I wish we could have the camera unlocked, to be honest, in 1v1. I think that, I mean, it should just be the combat mode camera, and it's just the same for every mode instead of having, like, locked on opponent for 1v1, but everything else is different, you know?
Which would you like better?
I like the free camera. I love it. Just because I play with keyboard and mouse, so I can do some crazy moves.
Yeah, there's been rumors that we aren't going to spread too much alpha because I have enemies out there that want to take my head in the arena. But yes, there's been rumors of crazy moves, so we'll just leave it at that. I like the 1v1 view for 1v1. That's the only time that I use it. If I'm doing FFA or 3v3, the only time I will get into 1v1 is usually like if me and the other person are locked in a battle by ourselves, which you can see if you're watching the stream. This is how I battle, right? Like I don't normally battle 1v1s, so view. Yeah.
Different angles.
Yep, it's just a little too close. If it was back a little bit more, then it would be perfect. So.
All right. What's going on at the cart tournament?
Okay, so we've had some community tournaments lately that weren't led or Champions Ascension led tournaments lately. Last week,
yeah, I rage quit the last one.
It was the sweatiest card tournament. I forget what it was called.
It was intense, man.
Yeah, so it was. There's only a life card and an arcane card, right? The life card has insane sustain because he has so many life parts. So those were some super duper long fights.
I swear that spamming the claw is a bug. That's from my perspective. You being able to spam claw 5 times in a row.
Well, that's what the arcane horns are for. There, B. Get good.
Get good. Yep.
No, it was. There's things that.
Back.
Yeah, I mean, this is
I
still.
didn't know that was you at first. I thought it was Arkham or someone.
Yeah, I was playing on one of my Smurf accounts. So a lot of people. I was playing in 3v3s and yeah, people were going after me. Or FFA, people were going after me. It's like, oh man, nobody knows. Even if the people who do know, they're like, oh, I forgot it wasn't you, Z. I was like, please. Sure you did.
That's the point.
You just want my tickets, huh? So, but no, it was all card tournaments. It was one of the very first family locked tournaments, if not the first. That was won by.
I thought it was cool, but there was only 2 to pick from. That was kind of dumb.
Yeah, that was the shitty part. Only 2, so it made it hard. I mean, once we have all of ours available, it's going to be limited to whatever you have in your wallet plus anything that's on the free glory pass or paid for the paid glory pass, right? So it'll still be limited, but there'll be a lot more options.
Well, what card do you like better, like the life card or arcane card?
Out of the ones out of there, I like the life card. Way better.
Yeah, the life one for sure.
Yeah.
They're like way more survivable.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Plus the arcane horns are meta. So. But I didn't say that. You didn't hear that. Anyways, Arkham was the one who ended up winning that. I could not win versus Arkham. I'm not the sweatiest card alive. So. But
sweatiest card.
I did make it to the finals.
So I have one question for you though.
Yes.
About our match. So how is it that you could do 5 claws in a row and I can't parry any of them, but then I try to do it, but you can parry the third one?
It was 4 claws in a row. So
it was what?
4 claws. I couldn't get a 5th.
Oh,
claw.
4 claws.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, either way, I just noticed like every time I would try to do the same thing as you, but you would parry it somehow. I'm just like, how is he doing this?
You weren't doing just the claws. You were throwing other stuff in there too.
Claw, teeth. Yeah, I'd go claw, teeth, claw.
Yes. You have to be really, really, really on point with your timing to hit that one.
Interesting. Okay.
So. And then we also just had the second tournament today, which was Bell of the Ball tournament for the AOs. Again, I'm second best at Park and second best at AOS, I guess it seems. Because I got to the finals in both and lost in both.
You're the second sweatiest.
No, I can't make that claim. But it was good fights, and GG's to everybody that played, man. I had a blast. So
What up, Blake? Blake is in the house.
were there rewards for the tournament winner?
Yeah. So each of those tournaments were 10 tickets to enter, which means essentially you have won one match, won a couple crap games or a couple drunk racing games, and then first place got 250 tournament tickets back. Second place got 100, and then third and fourth each got 25, I believe. So.
Oh man, you came out with some tickets then, Matt.
I did. I had 10 times
Good
my
for you.
tickets that I put in. So.
Look at that.
Yep. Turned 20 tickets into 200, but it would have been nicer if I turned 20 tickets into 500. Just
Nice.
Who won the tournament yesterday or today?
Today's tournament winner was KG. Congrats to KG.
Nice.
So
Yeah, congrats.
he obliterated me. Like, he's got the AO's timing down. I will give him that. But the AO's move is a little bit broken, and you can go directly from heavy light combo into a light heavy combo, and there's absolutely nothing they can do other than combo breaker after the fifth hit. So it's a little bit broken, but I definitely took advantage of it during the competition too. So I'm not going to hold anyone. I'm not holding it against anybody. So just
And we also got the Chrono Imperium leak.
Yep. So let's
And that was because of Miguel. In celebration of he bought the 5D Fenrir.
I don't think that's this information. Let's see. He did buy the 5D
really?
Fenrir. No, I'm trying to find where I put it at. I thought I had the information on here, so let's see. Miguel bought.
It might be in the Emperor's.
Oh, I got
leaks
here. You're going over all my stuff, B. I can't keep up with you.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
I'm just trying to move us along.
I know. Here's the tweet that Champions put out for Miguel after he bought the 5D, which congrats to him, man. Like, I know Ash said he was going to be super big into the game, but he ended up having his first kid, so he had a lot better, more actual responsibility to take care of that wasn't going to play. So I give mad props to Ash for wanting to be a dedicated father. And he parted ways with the only 5D in the game, and Miguel, who has been a long time, very vocal, avid supporter of Champions Ascension, stepped up and swiped it away from him. Can't necessarily say it was a snipe at 14 grand, but...
Well, he was asking for 10 ETH, and I told him to offer him 5. I said give him a bunch of FUD and see how much he'll lower it.
That was like they landed in the middle, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at that. Miguel. Who was Miguel? Day 1 supporter, top 3 player in the arena, founding member of the guild, and tournament champion. Look at that.
Yep.
Miguel killing it.
Miguel is a beast in the tournament for sure. So him and his wife, they're both pretty good. So mad props to him. Now let's go over some of the Chrono Imperium stuff. I'll just pop these up.
Yeah, man. So the Chrono Imperium. So would that be like some of the tokenomics of the game? What do you think?
Definitely.
A little bit, yes.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
All right.
I wonder if it's when you alt tab or something. Maybe it.
No, it must be when I'm trying to load stuff up. I'm loading fresh stuff in. So.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, we got the Chrono Imperium drops up here. So, let's. We got the Chrono Imperium is essentially logging in daily and touching the obelisk that's in the center of the courtyard, and you're going to be collecting rewards, essentially your daily login rewards for based on your Chrono Imperium tier. And we had some tiers. There's 11 tiers that were released. Do not have that image at all right now. But so the Discord,
I was going to ask about that. Is that just from touching the obelisk and you get a certain amount of like experience or something?
Yeah, if you look down here on
based on your
the lower amount, you're getting Chrono Experience XP, you're going to get Messina, you're going to get gold, and it looks like they're talking about breed count regeneration for primes, right? Because we've been
And it's
told-
per prime too, which is pretty cool.
Yes, per prime per wallet. They've pretty much Etherenaut was in Discord and confirmed. So essentially, if you have, because there's concerns in the community about linking all of these Maestro accounts, because they're trying to have everybody from the Chrono Imperium link their Maestro accounts under one master account, right? All their wallets to one master Maestro account. And so they're saying they confirmed if you had 5 primes, and you had each of those primes in a different wallet for 10 days, you would get 5 wallets with 10 days worth of rewards, so 50 days worth of rewards. If you had all those 5 wallets linked, or if you had all of those primes in one wallet, then you would log in over after 10 days with those 5 primes in one wallet. You'd still get 50 days worth of rewards. So
Nice.
splitting wallets, if they're all linked or having them all in one wallet, makes no difference for the
Doesn't make a difference. That's
Chrono
cool.
Imperium as long as they're linked. So, and yes, all this comes in per daily collection.
And the first time you do it, they're doing retroactive rewards too, or I don't know if it's rewards, but somehow they're going to be able to track down like how long you've been holding the prime, and then give you rewards based on how long you've had it, or something like that.
Have they spoke about that? So how far would it go back, and with which NFTs? Just the ones that you're currently holding?
Yeah.
So you're currently
I think
holding
it says
it, and it goes back. Does that affect you? So I got a couple questions, I guess. Like, one, how far does it go back? And does it affect you if you had one but sort of traded, it ended up with a different one?
So, I mean, unless I could be completely misinterpreting what's been said, but it seems like what they're going to be doing is giving everybody pretty much a credit per day that they held a prime in that one of their linked accounts, as long as they still own that prime, right? So, like, say
So
you
if you bought,
go ahead, B.
sorry, yeah, go ahead.
We're probably both going to give the same example, where if like you bought one with a hot wallet, held it there for a while, and then sent it to a cold storage or a ledger or whatever. As long as you have both of those accounts linked, they'll give you credit since you purchased it. Even if you move it between 3 or 4 different wallets, as long as you link all of those wallets to prove that you have had ownership of it the whole time, they're going to give you credit, a daily credit for each day that you've owned it.
And they just now came out with that information.
They haven't even said that specifically, but yeah, they just dropped
like a couple weeks ago.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What if I have a PE Prime Eternal? What if I have 3 of them? And what if I sell those 3 and I buy 3 different ones today?
It starts from today.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit, because that's some information they should have gave us.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, that's the thing, is they haven't even put that information out, right? So they may, because there's a lot of traders in the community, right? So
And they did say that they said that they would do their due diligence to try to, to make sure that they're rewarding long-term holders and stuff like that. Like if you flipped in order to buy more and things like that. But that might be like a case-by-case basis that you might have to create a ticket or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's a lot of work.
Like for people who held 10 primes and sold 9 of them, I don't know if they're going to give them backwards rewards for the time that they held the 9 that they're no longer holding anymore.
It's just going to go from when it entered your wallet going forward?
No, I'm just kidding, that shit.
Oh, you're talking about me in particular.
Maybe if they buy 9 more and have 9 in their wallet, they'll retroactively give all those rewards since you still have 9. Who knows?
Right, exactly. How do you game this system?
Right.
I think you bring up a good point though, that if they knew that that's how it would work, they should have told us that, not sprung it on us like at the last, Because I mean, we've been here for over a year now,
Yep.
That can inform the way people go about it. The way they go about holding or not holding or trying to sell and work their way up to something else.
Yeah.
If they work their way up to something else, they're getting penalized by not getting the retroactive rewards that they're going to do.
Yeah.
So that's one issue. The other issue is, had they came out with this retroactive thing a year ago, maybe a lot of people would have just continued to hold if they knew that, that it would be rewarded. Because besides that, there's really no reason to hold.
Yeah, but if I'd have known Bitcoin was going to go to 60 grand, I would have bought it when it was 10 cents.
Yeah, but there's no reason to hold besides the day before a staking event type of starts, or what is it called? It's not staking though, right?
No, the Chrono Imperium at that point, if they weren't doing retroactive, correct. Kind of like with another project that I'm in that they released staking, but it was like way late without any way. Like they've even said in spaces like, if you're just joining now, you joined at the perfect time because we're just gonna start staking. It's like, what about all the people who were here for all the time before?
Right.
So
that's what it seemed like they were doing.
Yeah.
The whole until just now.
Yes. No, the retroactive it's really gonna benefit the people who are holders for long term. So.
Well, who held the original ones that they bought?
I have.
I still have, yeah.
Well,
I bought 5
people that held the original ones that they bought. Doesn't mean you're bullish or not bullish. It just means you held the original ones that you bought.
I transferred them all over the place though. So I mean, I transferred them between 12 wallets and transferred them back into one. But hopefully that doesn't make a big difference.
As long as
I haven't sold any.
As long as you get all those 12 wallets registered, I'm sure it wouldn't. So,
that's cool.
Yeah. Even the ones because a lot of people made burner wallets for the elemental mint.
Yeah.
I mean, a day is not going to be a big difference, right? But some people may not have sent them over the same day. So, but if you look at this, I mean, the image that I put above is information that was leaked a long time ago. But the expert and elite were towards the very top tier of the loadouts.
At the top.
Yeah, and what it looks like here is this information is going to be the Chrono Imperium XP it takes to get to each of these levels, and the rewards for reaching that Chrono Imperium level. So, on top of these daily collection bonuses, like these ones that are below are for specifically Prime Eternals only, an additional on top of whatever everyone else is getting. And then whatever everyone else is getting is going to be include Chrono Imperium XP, which I believe is going to be, this much to get to this level. An expert and elite, if I remember correctly, were in the higher third of the levels, but not the top. Definitely.
So what happens with people like Zentos or something where they've got hundreds or thousands and they click it once and boom, they're expert or elite or whatever.
Yeah.
What happens to all of the other ones? Does it wrap around to you get multiples or?
No, it sounds like at this point you're just gonna get to
you're capped.
The top tier the quickest, right? And then you'll be collecting the most amount of assets per day, per prime, per asset held. So whales are just gonna keep whaling. That's what they do, bro.
They didn't have to set it up like that though.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out in a couple weeks, right? When they Johnny did say that the white paper has been delayed slightly, so I don't know if that means we'll get some information in 2 weeks and then more information later, or if it's the whole thing is just delayed.
What?
I don't know either, but we're supposed to be getting the white paper really soon. So recently they said 2 weeks, but like you said, it could be delayed a little bit. So let's just look at it as it's still still summertime till the 21st, so or springtime till the 21st. They did say late spring for white paper, so they got 18 days.
So I guess they'll
start crapping the whip, Blake. Snap the whip. No, I'm just kidding.
More information about the retroactive staking, at least.
Oh yeah, there's supposed to be definitely a bunch of information on the Chrono Imperium in there.
Retroactive rewards. Yeah. Nice. Well, so how's the community sentiment then with all this? So I think for one, it's good to have this information. I think it's a good decision to make overall is to do retroactive rewards in some form. Is the community reflecting that? Do they like what's going on or what?
Yeah, people are really enjoying.
Yeah, I think so.
the community sentiment has definitely um, had a major turnaround since Peyton has come on as the marketing lead.
Nice.
He's bringing a lot of information to us. He's doing a lot of collaborations. He's bringing stuff forward before or when we ask for it. So I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. One of the other things is he created this community feedback forum channel that I just posted up here. Um, this is just a screenshot that I took this morning, but this is something where they're actually doing increased awareness for the dev team to be able to pinpoint things that they need to look at rather than just echo chambers that we have no idea if anything's being heard or pushed forward, right? They're going to be hopefully implementing some stuff where they can acknowledge that stuff has either been passed on to the dev team or get answers for us, right? So,
Yeah, that's a huge step in the right direction for sure.
I agree.
Assuming it gets utilized, assuming we take advantage of it and it goes back and forth between the devs and us.
Yep. And don't abuse it, right? Don't come in and just put some stupid stuff in there. But they've been good so far, and I appreciate it. All the new blood that's in here making waves and trying to make the Discord shine brighter for us. So
that's cool. So my wife, my wife bought this, aka Blake, said that him and Peyton have been talking about the white paper a lot, and they're excited for clarity as well. So that's cool.
All right. Digging it. So from that, it looks like the floor price came up since last time we talked.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
A lot, significantly. Some whales decided that they were going to resurface, and they didn't. They need some air or whatever you want to call it. They scooped up the floor from 0.22. Let's see. Let's pull up the browser again, boys. We just did
0.3 to 0.37.
Yeah, 0.37.
That's just in 2 weeks, or 1 week, for the most part.
Yeah. So we have. I took it out. That's why it's not. That makes more sense.
Cool.
Sorry, boys. Let's see.
About what? The stream?
Trying to pull up the Champions Ascension stuff. Yeah, I'm doing a horrible job. It's streaming. I'm no Dip. Again, mad shout out to Dip. He's the one who normally does this. So.
Yeah, he's good.
Yes. All right, now let's see.
Was it just Wells that came and bought the floor, or was it just like a few other people, or how did the floor go up like that?
So I know Zintos came in and bought some. Malamisco came in, and he said he also brought some friends. So.
Okay.
It was a few people. I didn't get into the technical details of it, but
I see.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So they seen a value at a very low floor price, which it was pretty damn low. And I think when people saw the value in that, scooped it up.
We were sub 400. So.
Yeah. So Blake said that he gives the devs a report every Thursday and Friday after Slice. So he's been reporting it to the devs for feedback. I have to say it is a huge difference, because like I've been trying to get fired up about the Ziva Festival, and I want to give away a bunch of prizes, and one of them is a pretty good one, pretty expensive one, and I was letting Peyton know about it, and he was just like, he wanted to chip in as well, give away some stuff, and he said that he wants Play Labs to foot the bill for the prizes, and I just was like, what? What do you mean? Because everything has been community, like we've had to do it all, like the community has.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a lot different. It's like a breath of fresh air,
Yeah, support from the actual game, like to help some of these initiatives or even create one of their own is pretty good. It's a very good step.
That's weird because Zivas are the ones that are limited, but yet they're not as rare. That's interesting. Maybe
Yeah, I got a lot of those.
maybe we should have that be a requirement. You have to own a Ziva to participate in the Ziva festival.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Predex. I did ask about the transferring, and they said that they would, that they would do their best to see if it hasn't been sold and it's just transferred around, that they would honor that. But we'll see. We'll see how it falls out.
We will see. I'm about to be asleep. It's 10 p.m. in my time, man. Come on now. I'm about to be asleep.
Not to start drinking.
Send me one. Right. Saturday night. I'm about to pour the Tito's vodka, baby.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Nice. What what are you trying to show? Oh, just move. Oh, yeah. Or you can watch. You can play it. You can play it and watch at the same time. So they'll be playing. They'll be playing it on the stage at that conference.
Yeah, they're gonna be playing on stage at the conference.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's a big time.
Yep. Yeah.
See if I can paste this in chat.
But
And I think Dip's going to be there.
yes, yeah. Sorry,
conference.
we are gonna have Dip there. One of our OG listeners, RG Explode, is gonna be there as well. We're gonna have
Nice.
Dip try and grill Casamessina and get some alpha for Prime Eyes. So
At least
He's going to stick a mic. He's going to stick a mic in his face. What is the latest alpha?
Give us everything you got.
Investigative reporter on the scene.
So we'll see.
Fucking hilarious.
We're gonna have Dip and the Emperor compare muscles too. So Dip's a big power lifter. So we gotta see who's stronger.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
There we go.
They must well wrestle.
Yeah. All right, and that. So other than that, I mean, let's wrap up a little bit with a little bit more about Valeria. They have been just killing it lately. They're running up spaces again. They have their bi-weekly Twitter space is always the day after we run Prime Minds. So you can come get a little bit of a catch up here, and then you get a fresh drop of alpha if you go and listen to their Twitter space on Sundays after Prime Minds. So they have one tomorrow, and then on the 8th as well, they have one with another project called On Chain Buccaneers. So we'll see how that plays out for them. But Sharif is always a madman when it comes to the Twitter spaces, so it's always fun.
Oof. The lands are up to 0.321. floor
Yeah.
land NFT
That would be down a little bit. I mean, yep.
from recent, but still pretty good.
They have a bunch of stuff that comes on and off. It's like the same thing. They have their whales that come in and sweep up their floor when it gets juicy, right? And the 0.3 price for them seems to be the juicy area. I've been waiting for it to get around like a quarter ETH to try and maybe scoop up another land. But these things, these are actually their investment protocol stuff. They're treating these people as their investors and giving them a portion of their VAL's tokens over the next 2 years and a monthly stipend. It's kind of like a dividend, so, but not for technical purposes. Not anything like a dividend if this is the SEC listening. But anyways, they've been having their staking. That they're having a staking turn like a giveaway where they would be giving away an extra 5% of the tokens if 100% of their lands were staked. But right now they have about 80+%. I think somewhere around 82 or 83% of their land staked. So, that's still, they're giving a significant portion of their tokens away to people who stake over these next 9 weeks. And I have been getting my normal RNG shitty luck. So, I haven't got anything extra special. And, other people are pulling crazy ass legendary chests off common lands.
Dang.
You can't win them all, Meg. Damn, come on, man. How lucky do you want to get in this Web3 space?
All the luck, man. I want to get all the luck.
All the luck. No, that's cool, bro. I mean, if you think about it, look, they're at $600 USD. Their lands, the floor is. When we first brought the refund, they were less than $100.
Oh yeah, for a long time their lands were under 0.7 or under 0.8 ETH, and ETH was still around $1,300. So
yeah,
they were sub-100 for quite a long time. They were 0.1 ETH to mint back in March of last year, so they minted for around $250, $200 to $250, or up to $300 depending on when you got your ETH. So they've doubled in price since mint, fiat wise, and more than tripled since in ETH. So it's been a good play. Plus, it's a very dedicated team. They actually have been out there working hard, killing it, man. Straight killing it. They've been making moves with a lot of people taking notice, and they just recently, we announced it last time, they partnered with VoiceMe, which is a manga company, and they've actually released 2 chapters now of manga. Their second chapter, this was their first chapter's first cover page right here. This one was released last Thursday, and then just this Thursday they released this one, which is their second cover sheet for their second manga. So they have 2 chapters out of 20 released so far. So they
look
have,
at that.
Yeah, a lot coming. The chapters aren't extremely long, just a couple minutes to read. But this is a bunch of stuff that they're going to be using as from the alpha is cutscenes in the actual gameplay. So not only is the manga going to be something that you can consume in physical form, digital form, but it's also going to be part of the actual storyline. So it's pretty cool, man.
Where can you read that at?
If you go onto Valeria's Twitter, this link is in the bio. They have posts all over for the VoiceMe links, or it's like voiceme.com, VoYceme. So that would be the place to go ahead and consume that stuff at, man. But
dope.
Let's give away one last card. So what do you guys want our lovely guests to do? How do you want to go out, boys?
You pick this time.
Do emojis.
Okay. I love the shades. Let's be cool, bro. Let's just be cool. give me a smiling shades emoji for the last card. We'll give that one away. I mean, we're an hour and a half in already, boys. We got a half hour past my cutoff time, so let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. So, look, let me ask the last question. We talked a little bit about Web3, the economy, and all that. How do you guys feel about moving forward? Just the state of Web3, where it is at right now. Gonzaga, what are you feeling? Web3, where we're at. What's the state of Web3? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Because I like the idea of Web3, and I like the idea of minting your owning your stuff and game and stuff like that. It's just so resistant to, like, gamers are like super resistant against it, and so when they warm up to the idea, when they see a successful project, like hopefully like Champions or whatever other projects we're part of, if they see an amazing game, it's fun, it's got the gameplay is there, they want to actually play the game, then that's when it'll be successful. But until then, like, gamers don't want anything to do with NFTs. I mean,
you don't think we're there yet?
Honestly, yeah, not yet.
Yeah, they still are resisting it. Yeah, I see that. Maybe they'll come around a little bit.
And when we talk about Web3, like actual Web3, which is supposed to be decentralized, community involvement and community-driven, development type stuff, like, I haven't seen a project like that yet. So it's like they're all Web2 projects that are saying they're Web3 because they have NFTs in their game.
We're still waiting for the breakout one, the one that's going to transcend and bring the gamers in and bring real Web3 community out with ownership and everything. So, yeah, we're still waiting for that first one.
Yep, and what it's going to take is people not really knowing they're playing a Web3 game, right? So it's going to take people being marketed to, gamers being marketed to as a Web2 game, and which is funny to think of it that way, but you have to suck them in with a Web2 game and essentially get them to log in with an email, because there's plenty of platforms now that are offering custodial wallets through email addresses. And once you have them logged in through that email with a custodial wallet created on the back end without them knowing, you just get those Web2 players in, and then at some point you offer them the opportunity to have ownership of their assets, and you show them the play-to-own aspect of gaming. So
in the game.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, they're making money. They're like, "Oh shit!
Why did I not get this before?" Yeah.
Why did I not do this?
It's almost like you don't want to advertise it as a Web3 or like an NFT game. You just want to say this is a next generation MMO, that we're developing.
Yep. And that's actually the way Valeria is doing the same thing. It's not a MMO type game, but they're doing the exact same. They're not advertising as a Web3 game. They're advertising as a free-to-play mobile game. So.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
That's the smart way, in my opinion. So once Web3, it's funny because once Web3 gets off its high horse of wanting to be labeled Web3, and the people being like, "Oh, we have to get Web3 gamers," and it's like, Web3 gamers don't exist yet. You know what I mean? Like, there's gamers out there, but like the percentage of the population that's considered a Web3 gamer, in my opinion, would be less than 0.1% of gamers. So
100%. I agree with that totally.
Once we,
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even be in this project if I hadn't known it, if it wasn't Jam City that was running it.
Yeah.
Like if someone came up to me and was like, "Hey, look at this game. Do you want to like buy this? Spend thousands of dollars on these NFTs?" I'd tell them to go to
right.
Go to hell,
Dude, it took my son like months to get me to even play Fortnite with him, and then months after that to buy a $8 freaking battle pass to play. So, yeah, I get it, man. Like, someone came in along and was like, "Spend thousands of dollars on this game to play." I'm like, fuck off. But yeah, like, spend thousands of dollars on this NFT. I'm like, what does it do?
Yeah. Never
Let
would
me
do
play
that.
a game?
Yeah,
okay.
Right. You're saying just like Mac and Gonzaga agreeing, like just like seamless integration. People are just playing a video game without knowing or being labeled NFT or play to earn or play to own or anything. They're just playing a good game, and then next thing you know, they have some ownership of the things they're playing. I feel that. I feel that. You know, I'd say the last part is me. I feel like where Web3 is right now is probably like a springtime, like a crypto spring right after the winter, but a real slow spring where things are just now starting to sprout out and come back up again. Yeah. So I feel pretty good. I don't think we're all the way there yet, but Mac, I think what you're doing and Gonzaga just still looking at projects and getting into different things like the ordinals and everything. This is a time to see things before they pop up for real. So I think it's a time of opportunity. That's for sure. But
for sure. Speaking of opportunity, looking, we're going to be expanding Predex's opportunities to get into this 50K Valeria tournament that they're going to be starting up at the end of the month. So, Pred, congratulations on winning the last Valerian champion that we're going to be giving away for the day.
There you go, Pred.
Use that champion. You'll be able to use that champion and get a head start versus other people if you want to compete in this 50K tournament coming up. So,
what day is that again?
Didn't win one today that's listening, just jump on the Prime Minds Twitter. Later today or tomorrow, we'll be putting out a tweet giving away the last 2 cards in this pack. So please jump on that Twitter, give us a follow, give us a subscribe here, like the video, like all our tweets, retweet everything for us. Show some love, please.
Show some love, win some shit. When is that tournament, Mac? Did you say it already?
They haven't quite nailed it down, but it's supposed to be last week of June, where everybody can start playing, building their team for the tournament that is supposed to be starting the first week of July. So,
okay, well, it's good to have an idea. So I meant, is it now? Is it Christmas? Is it 2025?
Very soon.
Is it after the next debt ceiling? Like, when is it? All right.
Next decade, when they're a multi-million-dollar game, then they might have a $50,000 tournament.
I have the tournament. Dope. All right, guys, we covered a lot, man. Anything else?
No.
If we got nothing to add.
Old Sally's coming up.
Yep.
Old Sally's
ready.
coming.
Excited about that. Yeah.
It's all coming.
The first PvE raid.
As NDLC would say.
I get right. He would. I guess.
Chrono Imperium.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Hopefully, we'll have the whole crew back together, the Fabulous Four. Until then, as you guys know,